What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Zach Dresler Show. Welcome, new subscribers. I feel like in the past week we've doubled.
Gone up a lot, yeah.
We've doubled. We have over 100 now, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
That is a huge deal. Thank you, guys.
No one should be mocking us.
Yeah, we kind of say it with a little giggle, but
No, we appreciate it.
we really appreciate it.
So if you can, hit that subscribe button right now, or
Smash the
don't.
like.
I'm not gonna force
It's
you.
all about the algorithm.
Exactly.
You know, it's not us trying to be snooty or anything. It's just get us into that stream.
It just helps us out. It just helps us
into
out.
the
You know what I
fishes,
mean? I mean, there's plenty of stuff out there that you can like. Just like us too, you know? And you don't have to tell your friends about us. It would help.
Because if you like us and don't hit like, do you really like it?
Exactly. And if you don't want to watch this video, you can also check out the audio on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher,
Apple, Google,
the whole thing. Not on Parler because that doesn't exist anymore.
Only on Russian servers. Yeah.
Today, joining the show, I have a fabulous guest, the wonderful, talented Vinita Khilnani. Okay,
Yes.
She is an actress, a comedian, entertainer, and she was Miss India North America in 2018. She's
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. She's
That's
awesome.
insane.
She's awesome. She's super wonderful. I'm excited to see her. Check out her social accounts at OMG Vinita. She's huge on TikTok. She's big on Instagram. Check her out. She got her own page on Facebook, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. But let me check in. Indy, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Just
Yeah.
working, making podcasts, doing the day job.
You got another show that you just launched as well.
We launched another show.
John
Huck. Speaking Highly with John Huck. If you want on Instagram, it's at Speaking Highly. You can go to speakinghighly.com and see the podcast there. We just launched our first episode with Dan Cummins.
Sweet.
So,
I gotta check that out. He's got a bunch of
hilarious.
great guests coming up. I know that. I'm not gonna spoil it, but John is great. He's he's got a great podcast. He's a great comedian. A great actor. Go check him out. Just go check him out.
Yeah, speakinghighly.com.
The thing I want to talk about today, mostly, before we get Vinita on, I think the big news is the inauguration, man. The inauguration of the new president and vice president, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Wasn't that just a sigh of relief? Like just a relief.
Exactly.
I felt I could breathe again.
It was weird. I woke up at I think I woke up at 8:30 that day. I wanted to wake up early because I want to see Trump. He was leaving before the Bidens and the whole Michigas went down, which again I think is ridiculous. But what I think is funny is that people are like, I think it's ridiculous that he didn't do the tradition of showing around the incoming president, and it's like, who cares? Yeah. Trump probably doesn't know much about the White House anyway. He didn't stay there much.
Did you hear about the Diet Coke button? Did you see that?
No, what? Do inform me on this.
Trump, next to his phone, had a little wooden box with a button on it, and it was for Diet Cokes. Whenever he wanted a Diet Coke, Biden just removed it from the office, by the way. That's what I saw in the article. And whenever he wanted a Diet Coke, he'd press the button, and a butler on a silver platter would give him a Diet Coke. And Biden just took it out, like today.
It's been 3 days since this guy's been gone. And I was like, nothing's going to amaze me more. Nothing's going to stupefy my mind about this man. Nothing.
And
I mean,
how do you go for? I gotta give Trump some credit to not have that go out into public.
Yeah.
For 4 years, I gotta say you gotta have some loyal people at your side.
I mean,
right? I mean,
it's just, they're probably like, this is ridiculous, but forget about everything else. Look at everything else that he's done that's ridiculous.
It's like the Diet Coke button. I'm kind of for. I got one right here.
I can't believe that. That's unbelievable, dude.
It is unbelievable. It's I don't even. There's no words for it.
I did not know. That's wow. So he had. I'm like flabbergasted. Is what I really don't know. He had a Diet. Okay.
Diet
So
Coke button.
What if he pressed the nuke button by accident?
You never know.
Wanting for a Diet Coke. God, that's unbelievable. Yeah, pull it up. I got to see this. I mean, anyway, watching the. I didn't get to watch him leave. I only got to see the after it happened, like the videos. But seeing Ivanka. Oh my god.
This wooden box.
My god, that's incredible. A wooden box
with the little button.
And you think Coke would have been like, yeah, we'll sponsor you. Coke's like, we're not touching
We're
this.
not touching
We're
this
not
at all.
touching. He could have been an influencer for Coke products, and he botched that one up because he's just a dummy.
It's hilarious. And also, did you know Trump's first day in office, he set one executive order. Biden, 17.
Yeah, but I think a lot of those executive orders were undoing his stupid orders. You know what I mean?
Interesting though, how you have to the amount of things you have to undo.
Well, I mean, it's just the start. Oh, absolutely, it's just the start of it. And I'm glad he reversed a lot of the trans rights that acts that Trump passed. The Muslims coming in from those countries. Those bills he ratified. It's good. It's good. It's all good. If you're against it, you're a moron. Look at all these time covers. It's fantastic.
Well, I wanted to show you this one. Did you see the new one?
No.
Where I don't know if you can see it very well. Where is it?
Which one is
it? It's this. I just had it right here. Where he's standing in the Oval Office, and it's just
a mess.
It's just
it's a graffiti and paper, stacks of paper. Yeah. I mean, that's probably what it looked like when 5 out of the 7 days a week when press wasn't allowed in there. But I gotta say it was I don't like to see people cry, but it was sweet watching Ivanka cry as her dad was giving that farewell speech, man.
And I think Donald Jr. was
no, robots don't cry.
Oh, they don't. Yeah,
they don't cry.
He was leaking oil.
Yeah, he was like, "What's this salty discharge coming from my eyeballs?"
And it's not cocaine.
It's not cocaine. But my thoughts, I was nervous, going into that day because of what happened on January 6th.
Of course.
They had, the night before they locked down the whole city under curfew and everything. 20,000 National Guard across, D.C. I mean, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the city or heard the city locked down like that since, 9/11. And I was in college down there, and that was wild. I mean, the summer before 9/11, I was going to, on 4th of July, we were going to the National Mall for the fireworks, bringing a cooler full of drinks. The following year, we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here. I mean, it's going to be like that probably for at least 2 to 3 years following this because of all the crazy QAnons and all these supporters that are just, but whatever. It's not about it. I'm glad. I was nervous.
Yeah. I mean, like how glued were you to news before the 20th? And then after the 20th, you're like, I'm not white knuckling it anymore.
No, I'm not. And I wasn't as glued as I was after after they banned him on Twitter, I still wasn't glued. I unglued myself and I was glad that we got to enjoy that day. I mean, once he started swearing and all the things, I just felt so much this weight lifted off our chest. I feel like I could breathe easier. I know it sounds like ridiculous, but it's true. Yeah. And that was beautiful how they had all the flags on the mall because obviously they had to limit the amount of people that could be there, and it symbolized how many people have passed and honored people have passed, 400,000 people of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very, very, very deep, very moving. I thought it was beautiful. I'm glad it wasn't a huge, to do. It would have been nice, probably, everyone celebrating the streets, but, given the circumstances, but COVID and everything that happened prior, I really enjoyed it. Lady Gaga, J-Lo.
About Garth Brooks.
Dude, Garth Brooks, what a legend. It's a black tie affair, and the dude shows up true to form in jeans, a big-ass belt buckle, boots, a cowboy hat.
Proceeds to hug every living president.
Hug, kiss on the cheek. I mean, he was like, what's going on? Nah, fuck COVID. He is the one super spreader.
He is the super spreader.
He is the super spreader. I mean, it made me really. I chuckled. I chuckled real good at that.
He
that
was
really
full Garth Brooks.
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah. I think the best thing to come out of this, other than having, let's also talk about. Did you see the Bible that Biden was sworn in on?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it,
dude. I've never seen it. This looked like
he was sitting next to it in the chair, and I love that.
I mean, I saw so many different memes of like, we can see that the Cheesecake Factory menu has made an entrance into the inauguration. But it looked like an ancient, like, Hogwarts relic that had magic in it. It was thick. I mean, it was big.
Yeah.
And Dr. Jill Biden had to hold it with two hands, two arms. God bless her soul.
Yeah.
You know? I would think,
it's an heirloom, right, for the Biden family? I
yes.
think, right?
Yeah. I'm not knocking religion. I just think it's hysterical how big this thing is. You know, it'd be like me rocking up.
Even in its time when it was brand new, I'm sure if it was comical.
Maybe. I mean, who the fuck knows? I feel like it's comical to us, but people that are very, very religious, it's not comical to them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
but you don't see somebody like, look what I got today, when it's 1930.
Yeah. I think part of me was just be like, yo, Trump, remember that Bible you held up upside down in front of the National Church across? Boom, look at this motherfucker. My Bible's bigger than yours, bitch. Yeah. You know, like I feel like it's like a penis measuring competition.
Yeah.
With a Bible.
Yeah, it was like the sorter from Hogwarts.
Yeah, exactly. But man, I mean, Lady Gaga, she looked. My girlfriend Carrie goes, "Is she wearing a weighted blanket? Like that thing is huge. What is that?" And that dove, it was very. Hunger Games.
Yes.
People are like, no, it's a dove. I go, I get it. It's not the Mockingjay, but damn. And, I brought it up today, it's 3 days after the inauguration. That braid was beautiful, but it looked like a challah schnitzer dry bread from Seinfeld. If you don't watch Seinfeld, you don't get that reference. I'm sorry. But, I mean, and when she sang and when J-Lo sang, it moved. I mean, they're both extraordinary talents. Voices and fantastic, and Garth Brooks too. But I think the best thing that came out of this whole inauguration, the Bernie meme.
Oh,
the Bernie meme.
Oh my gosh,
a gift for 2021. Like it may be for. I mean, my only regret. And I shouldn't say it's a regret. I only wish, I should say, is that I wish this had happened this time last year with the Bernie meme. Because I feel like this would have catapulted him over Biden. Not saying that I'm not happy Biden won. Wasn't my first pick. I just wanted Trump out. But the Bernie man, I mean, the dude just rocks up. First of all, I got to get those mittens.
Yep, the mittens are everything.
The mittens are everything. His pose is everything. The way he dressed. Someone said he looked like Bernie dressed like he's going to the inauguration, but it ain't his whole day. And
I saw one. It was a really long caption. He had like a USPS like Manila folder in his arm, and he was like, "Bernie is the uncle who comes to your graduations, rip off a check, gives it to you, ask the guy next to him where the nearest USPS drop box is because he's got to drop something out."
Exactly. And I just all these memes. I mean, placing him in all these different movie scenarios.
Yeah, I saw Cool Runnings with the mittens. It was hilarious.
Oh my god, it couldn't have gotten any better. And it just. Every day something gets something. There's just someone that puts out a better meme. He out memes himself.
Yeah,
it's great. And I love it. And
I'm sure he loves it too. I'm sure he's like, oh, I'm in the news and I don't even have to. Like, I'm not even trying. Also, how is this going to be a Curb scene? It's got to be a scene in Curb.
I mean, sure. Here's the thing:
it's very
very Larry David pose. I feel like they have to do something with the mittens. I mean, it's gonna live. It's got to live forever. It
will.
I mean, people are making crocheted little Bernie like figurines. People are making stickers, anime cartoons. I don't think there's gonna get a better meme than the Bernie meme. I really don't. I mean, it's early, but who knows?
It's a great cherry on top to it. Just a good week.
It was a great, it's just a good day, good week, absolutely.
Good week. Yeah. For sure.
But I did want to talk about our second bagel review that I'm
Number 2
going to be coming out. So I'm doing these bagel reviews, rating bagels from all over LA, and if you have and across the country. If there is a bagel place in your neck of the woods that's not LA or New York, I mean, I'm down to try New York bagels. I know they're going to be good. I'm from New York.
Of course, yeah.
let me know. Put in the comments where I should be getting these bagels. I'll order them and we'll try them out. But this week I did a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel taste test. I was basically enticed by you.
Yeah, I had a late night Jack in the Box run, and I noticed it on the window.
Yes.
And I Instagrammed you.
It was a Jack in the Box. They have 3 bagel sandwiches. I think maybe 4. Bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, and the stacked bagel sandwich, which looks like it's just a heart attack on the sandwich. It's 2 sausage patties, 1 layer of egg, 2 layers of ham, and 2 layers of cheese. I gotta say, I knew what I was getting myself into, but I had to try it because I saw it and I was like, get out of here. I'm disappointed. The one thing I can say I'm disappointed is that you don't get to choose the type of bagel. It's only plain.
Yeah.
You only get, there's no sesame, there's no everything. I mean, at least offer those 2.
Right.
Plain sesame and everything. Just offer those 2 or those 3, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe it's just not functional for them. But I'll let you guys check it out. I'm not gonna say it was horrible. I'm just saying it's what I expected.
I mean, you're on the West Coast. I mean, it's.
I know, but I'm trying to think.
It's Jack in the Box. It's a West Coast. It's a Western seaboard.
It is. I get
company,
it. I get it.
I
But they make. And here's the thing: is they make great other breakfast meals.
Great breakfast. Yeah.
Why go with the bagels? Like, stick with the burrito. Stick with the sourdough.
I was also like, why did it take so long for a bagel? It's 2021. Now you're introducing bagel into your.
I mean, I think McDonald's. I don't know if McDonald's still has it. I know they tried it. McDonald's, I think, gave up because they're like, we're biscuits. We're we're McGriddles.
You can go to Starbucks for that.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah. And that's the thing. Well, I'll let you guys watch the review. I'm not going to ruin it.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, exactly. But Jack in the Box, don't do it. Well,
just generally. we just lost an ad opportunity.
Oh well, sorry, Jack. Sorry. And McDonald's or Wendy's wants to hit me up, or even Burger King, we'll be more than happy to have them as an opportunity, as a guest or whatever, as an advertiser.
I'll take Jack any day.
You take Jack? Okay.
I mean, as an interview, just the bobblehead guy.
The bobblehead guy. We could do that. We could just make that up on our own. Make it real fun and interesting. But, we're going to bring on Vinita Khilnani up here next. Like I said, she's fantastic. So welcome, Kanina. I mean, welcome, Vinita. Just cut that out before I do that. A buffalo? You don't look like a buffalo. What is this? You got a buffalo? Why are you sideways to me?
Oh, let me fix that for you.
I like
there we go.
I like your background way better than my background.
Well, I'm in my bathroom. Get that? This is my bathroom shower curtain, and this is my new office.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's very, very nice. Hold on. Let me do the speaker.
Thank you.
There we go. I got you in speaker view now. Look at that, huh? How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Zach?
I am good. I'm good. Wait, where's Preeth?
He's working. That's why I'm in the bathroom.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. All right. You fixed? You ready to go?
I have to fix my background. Okay. No one knows I'm in the bathroom, right? This doesn't look like bathroom, right?
No, but you just mentioned that you're in the bathroom. So thanks for joining us on my show in your bathroom. It's very clean. Very tropical, very clean. I love it. I love your hoodie, by the way.
Oh, thank you. This is my South Pasadena High School hoodie from Powder Puff football.
Oh, so you played Powder Puff football in high school?
I did, yeah.
We don't have that in the East Coast. We don't have that type of stuff in the East Coast. I mean,
really?
Yeah. I mean, you can ask Preeth. Preeth is Vinita's boyfriend. By the way, this is Vinita Khilnani. Everyone, this is the very talented. The very funny, the comedian, the actor extraordinaire, and just overall wonderful person who I mentioned earlier in the show. She's joining us. Thank you for joining us. But
thank you for having me, Zach.
Of course. I'm glad you're here. I wish we could be in person. Vinita and I have a great time when we're on set together because we riff off each other very well.
Heck yeah.
Vinny and I met at BuzzFeed like 5 years ago now? Something like that?
Something like that.
Like 5 years ago. You were on a bunch of different projects as an actor, and I was a background scene actor / just guy that worked there / we just hung out a lot, and we were in certain frames together. We were a lot of videos together,
and we have like a mutual friend through Bree.
Right, and but that's the thing is that we discovered that after when we first met, you weren't dating Preet yet. You guys were just talking. Okay. I think you were just talking. Right. I think you just because I remember Jake was like, "Do you know this girl?" I was like, "Yeah, it's Vinita," and he's like, "Yeah, my coworker Preet has a massive crush on her."
Oh.
And I was just like, interesting. And he's like, "Yeah, they're like talking. You guys were talking right on social media."
Probably. Yes, he saw me in a BuzzFeed video.
And he was like, "That's my girl."
I mean, apparently it was one of our friend Jordan's videos. It was like when your roommate is like annoying like a cat or something. And so I was the cat. And it was the shot of me opening the bathroom door, staring at whoever was on the toilet. And Preet was like, "That was the face that sold me." And I was
like, that's the woman I'm going to marry, Mom.
I was like, okay.
Is that how he opened it? Is that how he hit you up in his DMs? He's like, "I loved the face you made in this BuzzFeed video." Like, did he tag you in the video? He's like, "Hey, go to the 57 marker of this video. This face I love."
Oh my God, I wish. That would be funny. No, he literally just left a public comment and he was like, "You are making all the Indian uncles and aunties proud. Keep up the good work." And I was like, who is this person?
Like, I got a stalker. I can't deal with this.
Like, who is this guy? And I looked at his profile and there were no pictures of him. It was all cars because, he and Jake sold cars. Right. And I was like, okay, I guess we have something in common because I'm a car girl.
Yeah, I want to get into that with you. You are a car huge person. Yeah, we'll get that in a second, though.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, maybe I'll talk to him. Maybe we have something in common, And 3 hours later, we're still texting each other on the same day. I'm like, wow, I have a really strong mental connection with this guy. So then 4 months go by and I'm like, yo, are you going to buy a plane ticket and like come to LA to meet me? Because this is New York. Right. And he was like afraid. He was like, I don't know if it's the right time. And I was like, are you either gay or married? Why aren't you coming to visit me?
Way to call him out.
I don't understand. Like, I called him out.
That's good.
And yeah, because he was starting to send me gifts and like obviously he liked me, right?
Right.
So then I guess he got scared or something, but I gave him an ultimatum. I was like, buy a ticket or bye.
Wow. Now, when you told him to buy a ticket, were you like, you can come stay with me? Or you're like, you can buy a ticket, but you also get your own hotel room?
Oh, I was living with my parents. So I was like, you're going to have to stay somewhere else. But yeah, he bought a ticket.
Okay.
He bought a ticket. He came for 9 hours only.
What? Yeah. Why only 9 hours?
Well, I was wondering the same thing because I had to go to LAX and pick him up. This guy lands at 12 p.m. and has to get back on a red eye to JFK. And I'm
so he didn't even stay the night at a hotel?
No, he didn't. He did not. So his excuse was he thought I was going to smell really bad or be a serial killer. And he didn't want to like spend that much time with me. And he also had to deliver like 5 cars the next day because he was like, selling cars.
Who's hustling?
And I was like, okay, that's fine. Because you also may have, smelled bad as well. So I'm glad,
Yeah. So we know how those 6 hour, we know how those 6 hour flights go from New York to LA.
Yeah, you would know because you're from the East Coast.
I need a shower before I get on the plane, and then once I get off the plane, immediately.
Exactly.
Immediately.
I hope so. No. So anyway, yeah. Long story short, we ended up liking each other, and we made a pact to see each other once a month it went on for like 17 months at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
That's
like
crazy.
Going to JFK so much.
Yeah, you were going back to New York a lot. Now you've been to New York before you met Preet.
Yeah. I've met many times just for either like family stuff or for work stuff. And, I'm familiar with it, but I got to meet Jake. Yeah. So that was very fun.
Jake is a lifelong friend of mine. We grew up together in New Jersey before I moved to LA. So I've known Jake for I've known Jake since I was 12 and he was 10, I think.
How
So-
cute!
so that's how
Do you
long-
have pictures?
I might have some. I think I might have some like old because we were on like baseball teams together. So I might have those like old like everyone's like lined up in our like blue or red uniform type pictures, baseball pictures for sure.
You have to send me them if you.
Well, I have to go find them. I have to go back home whenever COVID lets up and then go. But
Can you go to New York after this and go do?
I mean, I could. Here's the thing. It's not instantaneous anymore. I have to quarantine for 14 days now, and it's in my dad's place. So I have to wear like, an ET hazmat suit in order to get into his place.
Yeah, I know.
You know how it is.
But it's so funny that like Jake was your friend and like Preet and Jake worked together. It was very weird. Anyway.
It's a small world. It's a small world is what it is.
It's a small world. Anyway, 2 years went by. He proposed. He moved here. And then we actually just got married on July 30th. So that happened. Mazel tov, right?
Mazel tov. I mean, I'm assuming it was a COVID wedding. So,
yeah.
did you Twitch live stream it? What'd you guys do?
No. So check this out. It was not even planned. And I literally just liked the year 2020 because of the numbers. So I was
That's the only thing. That's the only thing people liked about 2020. The numbers. I liked the numbers.
The numbers.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. And I was like, his sister was like, when is it happening? And I was like, I don't know. And Preet's like, should we just do it this year? And I was like, I guess. So we kind of just picked, it was the beginning of July. And I was like, well, should I just call the courts around the town and see what's up? And the only one that was open was Orange County. And I was like, hi, can we make an appointment for, this day? Because Preet's mom had wanted all his siblings to get married on consecutive days. So the only date available was July 30th.
Wait. Hold on. Preet's, your now husband's mom, Preet, wanted her children to get married at consecutive days.
Like the date.
Has everyone been married already and he was like the last one? Okay. So they were like 21st, 22nd, 23rd, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so his sister's like July 29, July 31, and August 1. So July 30th was left for Preet.
Why is that
I don't know it's kind of religious. It's also kind of like a sacred time period during, I don't know the details. Preet will tell you them later, but it's like he's South Indian, so it's like a sacred time during something. I should know this. I'm a terrible wife. God.
But
I don't know.
Okay,
but
so it's a religious
an auspicious time.
Okay.
Yes.
So a lot of South Indians do this around this time. It's a thing to do.
Yeah,
is it
I think so.
Is it a consecutive day thing, or is it a consecutive day thing around this time, like end of July, beginning of August?
I think it's just end of July, beginning of August. But then I think her wish was just all in a row. So we were like, oh, it has to be on July 30th. So then we were like, let's just do it. July 30th.
That's really interesting. I never knew that. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So here's the thing. I called up the courthouse and we made a scheduling date for that morning. And a week before, I guess the mayor had just like said stricter COVID laws or whatever rules. And they were like, oh, now we're moving it from the courthouse to the Honda Center, which is a sporting arena, right? Have you been there?
Yeah.
So I was like, hold up. A Honda Center? Like, what does that mean? Are we going to go inside? And she was like, no, you're just going to go to the will call window and that's it. It's going to be done there.
Yes. Hi. I'm at the will call window. It's a wedding for two under Preet. Thank you.
No, literally, that's what happened. So they give you, so you like pull up in your car, right? You pull up in your car, you're in the parking lot, and we were only allowed to bring one witness. So my parents had to wait in the car because they couldn't come to the will call window for some reason. So my brother was the witness, and they call you, and they're like, okay, you're up next. So then me and Preet and my brother, Sean, we walk up to the number 2 window, actually, and they're like, please show your ID. So we're like, ID. Then I'm like, please have your witness sign the form. And then she slips us the form. And then please take the hands of each other and then she totally messes up her name. She's like, Preth, do you take Vinita to be your wife? And I was like, oh my God. And we had to wear masks, so all I could see were his eyes. It was the funniest wedding.
That's incredible. Oh my God. That's a wild story. That's a great story.
It was over in 90 seconds. I mean, I was like, awesome, I'm done.
Did you want a big wedding? Did you guys want like a big thing? No, okay.
No, I didn't, and I don't think he did. So it was actually like amazing. We did piss a few people off though.
Well, I figured, you know, being Indian and South, you know, that's a big tradition is having big weddings. So, all right, well.
Yeah, well, I'm a very untraditional girl.
I know.
Noticed.
Oh, I know that. I know you are. I know you are.
I was like, this is good. 90 seconds. Bam. Get it over with.
Love it.
So anyway, that's what happened. So.
That's a great story. That's a great way to kick off this interview. I had no idea that whole, I mean, I knew you guys got married, but I had no idea what an interesting experience that was.
I didn't share it. I just put a picture up or something, but I didn't really share it.
You didn't get a videographer to go join you? You didn't,
No, I don't know why I'm like public in the entertainment stuff, but I'm private with my personal stuff. It's weird.
But I mean, I was going to bring that up, but I get that. I mean, I'm kind of private with my private stuff, but with the wedding, I feel like it's such a big momentous thing that you would want that. But you know, I'm not going to judge.
I didn't really. I mean, it was just so odd that I think it's going to stick with us forever. So
absolutely. I mean, that's a crazy wedding. That's a unique wedding. Well, I did want to talk to you and go over like, you know, all the incredible stuff that you've done, you know, in your career. But let's just talk about more recently. Let's talk about the How Parents Take Your Pictures video that you did.
The video.
Because that's blowing up. Because that's
It is. It's nuts. It's my first time that a video I've made has gone this viral, I think.
I think it just hits home with a lot of people because I think you know, people, I mean, I know when I look at my dad's photos from like the Middle East, they're all just like standing in front of not smiling, very statuesque, you know? Yeah. And I think the one that gets me the most in your video is the one where you're like kind of leaning off a tree, but like, it's almost like you're like 45-degree angle hanging with like a fruit in your hand. You know, there's no bent in the elbow, nothing, just like.
I'm like, when I've seen, so I've been spending a lot of time with my parents because there's nothing else to do during this time other than make content, work, and see your parents if you can.
Yeah.
So I've just been like, tell me about your life. Like, what'd you guys do when you were younger? Like, how'd you meet? You know, because like, I just wanted to know. Right. And I've been going through their pictures and I was like, why did anyone smile? Like, why? Like, I smile when I take a picture.
Right.
So I don't know if it was because it was a more conservative time or if it was just their personality, but I was like, I'm going to just recreate these pictures because it's so funny.
I feel like smiling is a very American thing. Like Americans only smile, like, you know, pre like 1980s, everywhere else in Europe and in Asia and everywhere, just like UK.
Yeah. But like, even today when I take my dad's pictures, like sometimes I catch him and he's just like, and I'm like, Dad, everybody else is smiling. Like, why aren't you smiling? Like, there's so much to be happy for right now, you know? And he's like, I am smiling. And I'm like, bro, you're not smiling.
With my eyes. I am smiling with my eyes.
So my dad actually like helped me with a couple of those poses. Preet was filming me. And my dad was like, no. He was like, do it like, you know, like that. And he was like, do it like that. And he was just he was like, use my car door. Like, you know,
he's like more statuesque, less smirking, less dimples.
Yeah. He gave me the idea of the hose. There's a little shot of me holding the hose.
When you're just like holding your hand in front of the hose.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
He's like, bend over down there and hold the hose and touch the water and make it look like sad. And I was like, okay. And that's what happens. I don't know. It's a funny concept. And so I posted it on TikTok and I think it almost has like 2 million views, which is great.
Yeah, you've done really well on, I mean, Instagram, but especially TikTok. TikTok, you have close to.
TikTok's interesting. You're on TikTok too.
Yeah, but I can't figure it out. Like, there's some, you know what my biggest video is of TikTok? It's a behind the scenes video I took with my phone from a BuzzFeed shoot, where we got a steamroller and we steamrolled a bunch of different shit, like starbursts and and like 20 bottles of liters of Coke, you know what I mean? So I have this video of the steamroller going over all these like liters of soda and just exploding. Right, and some people going, "Oh, holy shit!" Wah! And it has 2.5 million views. A lot of hate comments like, "Ugh, stupid Americans with their sodas," like whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, everything.
I mean, I get hate comments too, so
it's the internet. What are you supposed to get?
It's kind of a part of it. But to be honest, I don't know the formula either. Like, I put out videos every day because I'm at home. Like, I like to create, you know, like you do, and I don't know. Sometimes they get like really shitty views, and sometimes they get millions. But what
I love about the stuff that you do is that, you know, a lot of the stuff you do is not like with what people consider like trending on TikTok in terms of, you know, like you can. I know you have done stuff that with your voice and on the trends that are the songs or the challenges, whatever it may be. I know that, but like a lot of your stuff is original stuff that you do, and I love that.
I try I like to do duets because, like, it's funny to have I play, like, an Indian character, and she kind of, like, does word association with all those things. But, yeah, I try to make original content because it kind of helps me with my, like, writing skills because I consider myself doing, like, comedy acting, but I want to also become a better writer. So if I force myself to, like, write an arc and a punchline for my TikToks, it kind of, like, helps me understand better, like with the character development. I don't know. It's just practice.
I mean, what is your process like when you're making this type of content? Like what is your process in terms of from like conception to finished product? Like, is it just something like an idea that you see, or like something you see, or like, you know, you write out, it's like, okay, this week I want to get X amount of pieces out. These are my ideas. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. So to be honest, I think I just reenact a bunch of stuff that I see. Like, Preet is on the phone all day with like clients and customers for his work. So if he has like a funny situation, I will hear it and I will like reenact it. Or if something funny that my parents do, like I'll reenact that. Like, there's a lot of my mom talking to me on TikTok, just like saying ridiculous things. And then once in a while I'll see a cool trend and I'll be like, oh, let me make an Indian version, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a combo, but I definitely try to put out videos every day just because I don't know, you have to kind of keep up. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I what I like to see more of now that it's going to be in the zeitgeist more. I mean, I think you do a pretty smoking fabulous impression of Kamala Harris.
Oh, I try.
I think you do. I think No, you don't think so?
Is it? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best at voices, like imitating celebrities or.
But you got 4 years, possibly 8, to really nail it. You know what I mean? Like you got the whole time. Now, let's just like, you know, for a quick second talk about the inauguration. Were you excited to see a woman be, you know, I mean, especially Kamala?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's history. Like,
absolutely.
To just see all those like memes where it's like all like the white dudes and then all of a sudden it's a woman and half Indian, half black. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So of course I was very excited, you know. It was nice. It feels refreshing. And like, I was out and about today and my mom was like, it feels like everyone has started breathing again.
Right. Now, I was thinking that the other day before. I felt like on Wednesday when I woke up, I was a little bit anxious because I was like, is something going to go down? And then once everything happened, I was like, wow, I just feel like, I don't know, like, you know, that a collective fart after an awkward date that you just wanted to, like, I think like the whole nation. Yep. Everyone just released it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm happy about it. Your mom's right. It's just that everyone feels a lot calmer.
Like something has been like lifted.
Yeah.
And then to hear him speak after, we were just like, wait, this sounds so like different from what we've been hearing, like the type of speech, the voice that and I'm just like, oh, this is nice.
I was like, wow, there's more than 5 words he's using here and as adjectives. It's actually calming. And people are like, oh, it's boring. I'm like, I'll take boring. I will take boring.
Simple. It gets across. Whatever. It's like, it's good. I'm happy. It's good. It's a good day.
So I want to wait. And can you scroll up real quick? Scroll up more to the other. Yeah. There was. I mean, there's there's other things I want to talk to you about, but talking about New York and
Yeah.
which I mean, now that you've been there, which do you like more, New York or LA?
Well, obviously, I'm gonna say LA because I'm born and raised here, but I do love the pizza in New York, hands down the best, like on the street, and like I love the hustle bustle over there. And
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm a huge Mariah Carey fan, like she's all about New York, so like I have to like always carry a part of New York with me too.
Would you ever move to New York like permanently or for a longer period of time, like,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if I had work or something and like I had to stay there for like half the year, cool. Or if Preet got something, like cool, but I wouldn't like leave LA permanently because it's just, I don't know, I'm born here. It's like my home and my parents are here.
No, I get that. I get that. Do you think that like there's more production and opportunity elsewhere now outside of LA though? Like as we've, as things have been progressing, especially now with COVID?
I've heard that Atlanta is booming. I could be wrong, but I've heard that, there are different areas that are popping up that are less strict on the COVID thing. But I don't know. LA always has this vibe of like production and Hollywood. So it's like, this is the place where there's a lot of opportunity. Wait, what about you? Are you leaving? Or are you staying?
No, I'm staying. I have no plans to go
You're
anywhere.
staying?
I have no, I mean, I listen, I'm currently unemployed. This is, I'm making content and freelancing when I can.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have no plans as of now. I mean, at least in the next 4 years to go anywhere. I love LA. I love LA. It's not my favorite city. I'll be, flat honest. I miss New York. I'm a New Yorker through and through. I mean, I think that's New Yorkers coming to LA. There's, a certain way we carry ourselves. And I think a lot of people get, intimidated by that.
Yes.
And yes,
Yeah.
I can see you shaking your head. You live with a New Yorker, so you get it.
Well, yeah, he's offended so many people, but like he's just being a New Yorker. Like,
yeah,
people are just so honest and straightforward over there, and people in LA are like, "Oh my god, like I'm sensitive."
Yep.
And so, he's definitely like scared away a few people, but like I appreciate the honesty. I like that.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like a lot of my friends back in New York can be like, "You've changed a bit. You've become a little bit softer, like the way you talk." And I'm like, "What are you fucking talking about?" Like I just
so has Preet.
I think it's just people give the always say like you're so intense. I'm like, this is just the way I talk. Like I'm sorry if I'm just so animated. I'm not like a robot.
I don't get that. I don't feel like you're intense.
I appreciate that. I feel
like you're easy to talk to, and like I mean I'm intense too, so maybe that's why.
I think I wouldn't say we're intense. We're just very verbose and animated. I would say animated.
Yes. Yeah, and opinionated.
And very opinionated. I
can go on for days.
I could talk about myself for days.
I could even interview you for days.
I mean, you could. If when you do the Vinita show, we can do that.
I'm having a Vinita show soon. I can't tell you where and when, but it's happening.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Exclusive, right here. You've heard it first. You've heard it first, everyone. To all my 120 subscribers. What is your favorite video that you've made? Like what is like? Yeah, you made some. I know it's a lotus. Or like, give me like a couple that you've enjoyed making. Because I feel like as a creator, when you're making these things, you're like, this is gonna be great. I love this, and then it doesn't go as well. But then there's ones that you like just don't give a shit if they do well or not because you just had fun making them.
Yes, you're right. I spend hours and then it gets like 10 views. No. Okay, so obviously I'm going to say the one that's viral right now is my number one because it's obviously getting so much love.
Right.
But there's another one that's also kind of recent where I'm not doing any dialogue. I'm literally sitting in a bus and I'm just like playing the role of me being on another bus that's crashing. It's kind of like it's on my Instagram. It's like
yes. You're just sitting there all calm, and the bus is just going through this video game. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
that one. Yeah,
it's really good.
I really like Mr. Bean, and I love physical comedy, no dialogue. And when I saw that I could do that on TikTok, like duet a bus crash or whatever, I was like, oh, I love this. So I just every time I watch it, I laugh out loud. I'm like, this is so funny.
That's great.
So
yeah,
that one.
I like that one a lot.
And then Preet and I, we play the Indian Aunties. I don't know if you've seen that. You probably
Yeah,
have.
of course I've seen that one.
Yeah, you've seen it. Okay. So Preet is my husband. He dresses up as an Indian woman with lipstick and all of that. And we play these two aunties who are very like bitchy and opinionated. And we made a little like web series, a very low budget production last summer. And it's on YouTube, but it's really fun to rewatch. So I would say that's one of my other favorites.
I like the one that you did. I mean, this is recent one you did, the Fry one, the point of the POV of the Fry when you. I thought it was great. I thought it was because it's spot on. It's simple. It's easy. It's spot. It made me chuckle real hard.
Right? Because like I was thinking, I eat fries. I love fries. Like I eat them all the time. It's bad, but I'm always just like looking in the bag, and I'm like, what does the fry see? Like my double chin and like. You know, just like me reaching, like my hand.
The hand scavenging through the bag. Yeah, that was great.
Like, oh, one fell on the thing. I'm like, you know.
I love it.
It's kind of fun. It's different angles. Well, I'm glad you liked it.
I thought it was great. Now, we talked about earlier in the interview, you were a huge car person, and that, you know, and so was Preeth, and, you know, you guys connect a lot on that. What brought you, like, why do you like, what brought you into cars? I used to love cars a lot growing up. I used to go to the New York Auto Show every year, you know, hang posters on my wall. And I don't know what happens. Maybe I think when I hit college and I was like, oh, wow, I am going to be dirt poor for a long time. I can't afford any of these cars on my wall. I just stopped caring about cars.
Oh, man.
But like, what is, you know, what got you into cars? What are your favorite cars? Are they old school muscle? Is it new ones like the Porsche? What are, you know, give it to me.
So, yeah, so I don't know why this happened to me, but I guess, so my dad told me when I was born, when they brought me home from the hospital, I came home in a Camaro. So that was like the first piece of like information of cars that I heard about.
I feel like this is very Ricky Bobby story, right? We're going on right now, like the Talladega Nights.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My dad had a Camaro. He was apparently into like muscle cars, and maybe that's what started the whole thing. But like, so I'm a tomboy. I've always been like kind of like this, and I grew up with like Legos and like cars, not Barbies, and like I was very into like hanging out with my dad and like washing his car. So I was very close to my dad, and like I still am. You know, he's around, and I don't know. I think because he was so into it, he always used to like talk about it around me. So I always had this like. I related to just probably as being close to my dad or something. So anyway, my first car was a 1982 Volvo, like very old, like it was nice. I was 15 or 16, you know, your first car. So I was like, I'm free, I'm out. I'm going to go drive around. Then in college, I got this Volkswagen Passat for like 12 years. But then when I reached a certain point in my life, I was like, you know what? It's about that time. Like I need to just get a car that I want. Like life is too short. Like I had seen so many people like going through things where like they had life changes. And I was like, what am I waiting for? Like I'm working, I have a job. Like I'm able to, I lived at home.
Right.
Because Indian parents are like, stay at home until you get married. So I mean, I was at home. I wasn't paying rent. I was saving my money, and my Volkswagen was dying. So because I messed it up because I was a crazy driver. So, anyways, I was like, it's time to get rid of it. So I got rid of that car and I got my first Porsche. And
what kind of Porsche?
Just a base Cayman. It was like it was black and it just nothing modified, just very simple. And I always wanted like a fast car. I didn't know I wanted like a Ferrari. I've always had my eyes on, like when I was a little girl, I was like, oh, race cars, you know, like I want to get one. But then as I kind of got older, I got more attracted to the body of the Porsche, because to me, if I'm not attracted to the car, I'm not going to get it. Like if I'm in control of the purchase, then I would want to be attracted to the car, because it's like, you're dancing with the car. It's your love. Like that's how I think. Yeah. So I got it. It was amazing. And anyway, that first one was a lease. So it was going to expire in like 2.5 years. So right around the time of it expiring, that's when I started talking to Preet. And when I saw that he sold Porsches, I was like, oh my God. Because to be honest,
You're like, I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you. Will you marry me?
It was love at first Porsche.
That came out wrong. So what I meant to say
I'm
was
just kidding.
No, but yeah. So before I met him, I would go on dates with guys and some of them would be intimidated by me because of my car. And I was like, why? This does not define a person. This is just something I like. It's like fun. And so I went on I was like really into Jewish guys. I think I told you this. Preet knows the whole story.
I won't fault you. I won't fault you.
Okay, so I was really like on a hunt. I went to New York 2 times just to find a Jewish husband. I was,
you're not the first person I've heard to do this. So
I did that, like legit. Got on a plane, had no plans at all. Went there, and I
got
was
off the plane like, all right, where are the Jews? Where are the hot Jews at? Where are they at? Hey, anybody over here?
I told Preet the story, and he was like, well, Indians are kind of the same. There's a lot of similarities between our cultures. So whatever, right?
I mean, he hopped on a plane for you, so I get it. It's
right. So anyway, I was so sick of these men like getting intimidated or thinking a certain thing about me. And when I met Preet and he sold Porsches, it was very refreshing that someone could connect with me on that level and not be like, because he also like had a couple himself. So I was like, oh my God, like he's Indian. Yeah. He likes cars. Boom. And he sells them too. Boom. So he actually got me my second one at quite the deal. So thank you, Preet.
Yeah, he helped me out. He was helping me out. I mean, he didn't help me get my car, but he helped me like figure out my last car that I got. He's good with that. It's funny. He's way better than Jake. I don't know how Jake is still selling because I was like, Jake, what do you think about this? He's like, just get it. I'm like, yeah, but like, how do I? He's just get it. Like you just
Jake sucks.
Jake, you say Jake sucks?
Like every time I text him a question, he takes 4 years to respond about a car. Like there was a moment where this last car was on a lease and I was trying to buy it. And I had a question about some that were pre-owned from his store. And I was like, hey, can you get me some information on this one? Or like, is this one still available? Silence. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Preet, can you talk to him, please? Because he doesn't talk to me. Like, he's so slow. But then he's like so funny. He'll DM me if there's like a funny picture of me on Instagram.
That's true. So he probably just doesn't want to talk cars with everybody. He does it all day long.
I know. I'm trying to hook him up with someone too, but he's like,
are you really? What do you mean? He's
I've been.
Is she out here or is she out here or is she out there in New York?
Well, I don't know because he doesn't answer my questions.
What do you mean you don't know? Like, if you're trying to set him up, are you trying to set him up in general or with someone specific?
Yeah. No. In general,
okay.
I need to know about him a little more. Like, is he willing to move or is he in New York for life? Or like whatever,
I mean, I'm not going to answer for Jake, but I would probably safe bet to say he's a New Yorker for life. A Yankee fan, a Jets fan. I mean, these guys are hard to root. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're lucky you got Preet out. So
I know. I don't know how I did that. So anyway, that's what happened there. And like, yeah, so it's super dope and he helps me if I have like car questions. But now that he's here, like there's a lot of Porsche events in the community. There's a Porsche club that we're all a part of. And it's pretty cool. There's a women's only group. So there's cool. Like only women Porsche drivers, which is nice for me because there's not that many of us. And we get to go to lunch and like hang out and talk women's stuff.
That's great.
Without like, yeah. So it's a cool community that I didn't expect in the first place. So that's nice. And so that's the car thing. Briefly.
Couple more things and then, we'll be done. I noticed, I didn't know, I knew this about you, but we never talked about it. You were Miss India North America in 2018. So tell me more about that.
Okay, so like I said, I'm a tomboy and I have never done a pageant before. I'm not even that kind of girl. I'm like a sweatshirt, like socks on, like chilling kind of.
It looks like your sock was half on there, and that when you just showed me your foot.
It's on. It's on.
Okay. I just all I saw was the top, and it looked like everything else is okay.
It's called an ankle sock. Okay. But so anyways, a friend of mine had done this particular, it's a very small pageant here in LA. It's like it's not connected to like anything national. It's like a small one. And one of my friends had won it a couple years before, and she was like, hey, you know, have you ever done this pageant? Have you tried a pageant? I was like, no. And I kind of like wasn't interested, but then I thought about it and I was like, it's a challenge. It's something new. Why not give it a shot? So I kind of went for it, and it was at first like really challenging. I had to train, like you had to go to like 8 hours of walking in heels.
Oh wow.
And like
okay.
And like I don't walk like a beauty pageant person normally. Like I just kind of walk like an Indian auntie. And so the training person was like, hey, you're walking like SpongeBob. Like, can you like stand up straight? Can you like do this and that?
Walking like SpongeBob.
So like, yeah, she legit said that. In front of some people. So it was really funny, but I had to like learn everything from like posture to hand placement to, I did 2 days of like 8 hours of walking in heels, and it was so painful, but I made some good friends, and I actually I sang for my talent. And it was really fun. It was a good experience. I don't know if I would do it again, but it was great. And I ended up just killing it. So
sweet.
Yeah.
I liked it. You look stunning in the pictures.
Thank you.
In the entire, it was just really cool. And I was like, I got to ask her about this. I know we talked a bunch after this happened, but I never asked you about it. I never really got around to it. It was all probably we were on set. So.
Yeah. It was like it was a small pageant, but it was definitely a good experience. And I encourage people who like are afraid to try something new to like, just do it. Just try it.
Yeah.
Because I still talk to those girls till this day. So it's nice.
Love it. All right. One last question before I let you go. Is Preeth done with work? Can he join this question real quick or no?
He is done with work actually he might be like on hold, but should I ask him?
Yeah, bring him in real quick. I just want to ask him. I want to ask you both this question because I think it's important for me to know this next question.
Hey, are you working? Can you like step away for a couple of minutes?
It's like 1-2 minutes.
Yeah. It's like the last question, but Zach wants to know if you're also available. Oh yeah. Okay, just like maybe change your shirt because you look like a grandpa. That's okay. He's coming.
All right, good. I'll get
Where are you gonna sit? I'm in the bathroom. This is awkward.
Great, I love it.
What's the question?
Hey, yo, just sit down.
His hair looks like Elvis right now.
Who cares? I'm sure it looks fantastic.
Smells awful in here.
She was ripping him while we were doing this interview, bro. All right, so you're my dude. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man? So
you look like Elvis. You look like Elvis Duran.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's Casey Kasem. I was going to do Elvis Duran. All right. So Preeth, before you answer the question, I wanted Vinita to answer it first.
Hold on, let me get him like nice in the shot. Okay.
Oh, look at those eyes. Okay, right. Vinita, you answer this question first. Okay. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Shit, I didn't hear the question.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, Preeth, pineapple on pizza?
I only eat plain slices.
Okay, good. That's it. It doesn't belong, Vinita. The point is, pineapple.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's a flag. I think it's a flag. That was the question. That's why I needed a New Yorker in here to understand. No. Okay, that's the whole thing. I told
you he only eats a freaking plain slice.
Well, I didn't know that.
Mad. Always wants toppings on pizza, and I think that the best way of testing a new place is to get a plain slice.
He's not wrong because you'll know. He
also says there's a crust test, so when you pick up the slice, it should remain like this. If it starts to fall, it's not good crust.
Are you talking about
like a flop
pre-fold or post?
We're talking about pizza, Zach.
I know. Are we talking about folding or not folding when you do the test?
Not folding.
No, I just do like a regular stand-up.
Oh, a regular stand-up? Yeah, that makes sense. Listen, that's how you're gonna get a nice crunchy crust.
Mm-hmm.
He's very particular about the sauce too.
Yeah, of course. I don't blame him.
It's funny. It's
funny. Kind of have to be, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's only 2 or 3 places we can get pizza out here.
Where do you get pizza out here, Zach?
There's Joe's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And there's tomato pie in Silver Lake or Echo Park.
Those are the ones we like.
Yeah, tomato pie. There's one in South Pasadena.
Yeah, South Pasadena.
South Pasadena. Well, this is great. I appreciate you joining us for all of 2 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go back to work.
Well, we're ending it. All right, you can get out of here. Get out of here. Go back to work.
Hold on. Let's have a proper exit. So get him out of here.
Okay.
And then don't ruin my bathroom setup here.
And then you could hide the air freshener on the right of the screen.
You can see the toilet and everything. It's terrible. Preet ruined my set. Okay, hold on. I'm back on the islands now. Hold on. All right, I'm in the islands again. I'm back. I'm laid back in the islands.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you joining me. I hope you had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I got to know a lot of things just about you and culture in general.
Thank you, Zach. I mean, I talk to you randomly, but like you're such a fun person, and like I can't wait till you blow up on freaking TikTok. I'm gonna be interviewing you. I
can't wait till you just blow up. I mean, you have blown up, but I feel like there's gonna be big things happening for you in the next couple of years to come. I'm gonna see you a lot more on TV and a lot of other things.
You too.
Go check her out. Go check out all her handles at OMG Vinita. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.